Hello guys, as you can see I'm here in the kitchen again, and first of all I hope you guys are doing great. And today I was planning on doing some kind of a cooking video. However, this time it's not necessarily about what I'm gonna cook, it's more like how I'm gonna cook. And probably, as you know, there is a lot of difference between Canadian American style cooking, European style cooking, and there's definitely a big difference between cooking in the Philippines. So of course there is a big difference. And me and the wife, we are often talking about the use of oil. And the use of oil versus using butter instead of oil. However, I do understand in the Philippines, it's a culture. The culture is cooking with oil, it is eating rice, that's the culture there. So there is nothing to change about that. However, I just want to say a couple of things about that. Because here in Europe, it's, I would say, mostly cooking with butter. And Canada, I would say it's 50-50. And so 50-50 butter, 50-50 oil. And of course in the Philippines, I assume it's close to 100% of cooking with oil. So let me explain a little bit what I mean with all this. So yeah, I'm not here to say that cooking with butter is better than cooking with oil, because I like the food in the Philippines, and it's all cooked in oil, so I really like it there. Cooking with butter, I personally cook with butter when I cook myself, and here is why. First of all, I feel that you always deep fry the food when you cook with oil. As opposed to cooking with butter, you just do a little pinch of butter in the frying pan and it doesn't feel like deep frying to me. The thing is, I use oil as well, but I use oil to deep fry French fries, for example. In the deep fryer there is oil and that's what I use. Also, sometimes I deep fry a couple sausages in the deep fryer, in oil. And here is what I did lately. For 2 months, I stopped using the deep fryer. So for 2 months, I didn't eat fries, I didn't eat deep fried sausages. I didn't do anything with any oil. And as you know, my regular cooking is all with butter. So it was only basically deep frying fries, deep frying a sausage, and sometimes deep frying a potato croquette. Those frozen potato croquettes, that's also for deep frying. So say I did maybe 3 times a week I deep fried something in the fryer. And for 2 months I didn't do that. I just, instead of eating fries, I ate boiled potato or bread instead, but no fries or no deep fried potato croquettes or no deep fried sausages. So, and in those 2 months, I lost 6 kilos, which is close to 14 pounds. So, and the 6 kilos, believe it or not, you're losing around the waist and the belly area. That's where they're packing on the fat. So, not that I wanted to lose weight, but I just did it as an experiment to see what oil will do to you. And that's what it did to me. And I'm not claiming that everybody is the same and that everybody can lose weight with not using oil, but That's my experience. So, and also, when I'm talking to Anna, I'm telling her, when she's cooking eggs, for example, the eggs are floating in the oil. And I say, why don't you try butter? But she is not keen on changing that. And I know sometimes she's feeling dizzy, and believe it or not, it's from too much oil and too much fat. You can feel dizzy because the oil goes in the blood, or the fat goes in the blood, and the liver has no time to filter it out. And especially when you cook every day in oil, so. And I'm not a doctor, but I'm just telling you my personal experience with this. And I just did that recently, so. I know oil does something to your body that is, I wouldn't say no good, but it's not as healthy. And I don't claim that butter is healthy, far from it. But the thing is, you use way, way, way less, and you don't float it in the oil. So that is just my experience. When Anna is telling me that she feels dizzy sometimes, or that she's not feeling well, or whatever, I usually say, or sometimes I say, it's the oil. You should try some butter. But that's why I made this video to show that cooking with butter. And it's about the eggs, for example. Like say eggs. Cooking with butter is easy, I find, and you don't use as much because all the fat that you eat, it absorbs in the liver, and you can feel bloated if your liver is overly fatty. So. That's why I'm making this video to do some egg cooking. So here we are, guys, we're gonna cook some eggs. And just to show how butter can be as good as oil to cook in. And Anna says, but the eggs, they need to be crispy, and you can make them crispy with butter too. So, here we go, and I will cook some eggs with butter. And here is what we need, guys. Our butter, eggs, frying pan, hard to see, it's black on black there. And let's get started. So the butter that I put in the pan is just a really small chunk. I've got already a piece prepared here, look at. It's only this big, this thin, so that goes in the frying pan. So that's the only butter we need, and let's start. And our butter starts to melt here, as you can see, and I spread it over the whole frying pan just a bit. So the whole bottom is kind of wet. There. And let it heat up a little bit. And guys, what I didn't tell you yet, the butter that I use is like a creamy butter, and it's a salted butter as well. So you don't have to put extra salt necessarily. And there goes our eggs. had the heat of full blast here, but then I need to turn it down a little bit. And as you can see, the eggs are not sticking on the frying pan. You see that? And honestly guys, I find that the butter gives a really good taste to the eggs as well. But everybody has his taste buds, and some people like Anna claims with oil, so. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but here the eggs are nice and crispy at the bottom too, so it doesn't really matter if that's with, see this? If you're using oil or butter, there is actually no difference. I mean in the frying process. And for my liking, the eggs are as good as ready. So let me turn this off. The eggs are ready for me, so there we go. Take another look here. They're ready, and they should slide out of the frying pan easily on the plate. There we go. There we go guys, that was our egg frying experience. So anyway, this was a short video. It had not much to do with real cooking, but I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and I see you guys next time. Thank you, bye bye.